Hey, how's it going? It's Michael Fiore from digitalromanceinc.com. In this really short video, I want to explain to you why men are so desperately afraid to commit even when they really like a girl, maybe even love her. Helena asked in an email she sent in on our Facebook wall, Hi Michael, I have a question for you in relation to an email you sent me. In the email, you said that men in general want to sleep with more than one woman, if not billions, as this is part of their hard wiring, and this is why guys find it hard to commit to one and say goodbye to this dream. My question is, why? Can't be for sex, as they have that in a committed relationship. Can't be for companionship. So what is so different to a man? Is it just the pursuit and catching as many women as he can, the constant search for a perfection no woman could or would measure up to in his head? Do men then settle down just in a relationship simply because they get fed up looking and settle for their closest to their perfection that's in their head? Hey, Helena, great question. And first off, let's give some background for your question so everybody gets caught up. Now, the email you're probably referring to talked about a concept that I call the death of possibility. And it's one of the reasons why men are so deathly afraid of commitment. If you want to read The Death of Possibility, go to digitalromanceinc.com and you can find that article there. The short version is that deep in the back of guys' lizard brains and totally unconsciously, most guys cling to the idea that they could sleep with bajillions of women if things shook out just right. They got rich, they got a six-pack, whatever. It's not rational. Now, truly committing to a woman, and not just giving commitment lip service, means killing that possibility. And it's really pretty devastating to a lot of guys to do so. Guys who have no ability to attract women find it a lot easier to commit because they're just happy to have any woman who will actually want to hang out with them. Anyway, let's get to your question. Now, your question basically boils down to, why do men want to have sex with a lot of women? And if you ask a guy that question, he'll probably look at you dumbly like you asked him, why do you want to breathe? But the short version is the guys just crave variety on a deep and primal level. And that craving for variety has very little to do with how hot a guy's wife is or even how much he's getting it at home. Ouch. Now, there's a lot of reasons for that. I'm not going to fill up this entire video talking about evolutionary biology or sperm competition theory, but it's all there. One of my favorite examples of this actually comes from David Data, a really smart guy. The story goes that at one of his conferences, David asked a room full of guys, would you rather have a magazine with 40 smoking hot pictures of the single most beautiful woman in the world, or would you rather have a magazine with pictures of 40 different attractive but not as attractive women? And every guy in the room chose the second magazine, the one with 40 different women in it. There just seems to be something intoxicating about the new girl, or at least the idea of the new girl. So why do guys commit? Well, because guys aren't just animals, we're humans. And as humans, we've got competing desires that confuse the issue. Yes, there's part of any guy that wants to stay single and free and go out and conquer as many women as he possibly can. But there's a whole other part of guys, especially as we get into our 30s and 40s, that sincerely wants companionship, stability, family, and all the other good things one great woman can provide. Now, I've said this before, but for most guys, if they could wave a magic wand and change the way the world works, they'd want to have the awesome, amazing wife at home and the ability to go out and sleep with other women every once in a while, and while their wife is totally monogamous to them. Of course, because guys are hypocrites just like everyone's a hypocrite. We're human. It's a stupid double standard, and I'm telling you right now, no woman should ever agree to that kind of setup. But again, we're talking about the irrational mind. This is what his primal, irrational brain kind of wants. Conversely, many women seem to want a guy who's 100% addicted to them and who doesn't even look at another woman, which is also crazy irrational. Those guys don't exist. Anyway, this whole concept can feel a bit depressing at first. But like I said, we're humans, not animals. Personally, I have a really high sex drive and I'm as much a guy as you're going to meet. But I don't cheat on my girlfriend and I love being with her. That doesn't mean I'm not attracted to other women. I'm attracted to other women on a very regular basis. But the key is to accept what's going on in the back of our minds and work with it to try to create the lives we want. Got it? Now, a couple quick PSs. PS number one, it's important to point out here this isn't just a guy thing. There are many women out there with a similar craving for variety in their sex partners. But the question was about men, so that's what I answered. And PPS, just to go on double record, I'm not saying you should be the dutiful wife at home while your guy goes out and cheats on you behind your back. I'm just saying that's his deeply sublimated fantasy. It's in there, somewhere in his brain. Even the nicest guy you'll ever meet in the world who would never admit this has a deep craving for women. Probably a variety of women. doesn't mean he can't be a great monogamous partner. You just have to accept that's who he really is. Okay? If you want to get more of this kind of stuff, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel here. You can also go to digitalromanceinc.com and subscribe to my weekly newsletter where you'll get all sorts of great, wonderful stuff, along with the 120,000 other women who are already on there. Thank you so much. I've been Michael Fiore. Bye.